Good morning, everybody. Today I would like to do a quick review on the Fi dog collar, which has GPS tracking and LTE tracking, and let you know how I have found this performing over the several weeks that we have now had it. We have an Australian Shepherd, Mr. Jackson here, and if I can just show you how this comes on and off. As you see, it's a good solid buckle which is not going to come off very easily, and the collar itself is a good solid webbing that has stood up to all the kind of wear and tear this Australian Shepherd can hand out, which is a lot. We wanted a collar because we live in northern Arizona, where there is a lot of wilderness area, a lot of open space and a lot of forest, and there's a big problem with people losing their dogs in this area because they take off after elk and deer, etc., and sometimes don't come back. Although this guy, touch wood, has been pretty good about that, but we want to make sure that we can keep a good eye on where he is. So we needed a collar that would do several things, that would track him, that we could find him if he did get lost, and for the fun side of things, just to keep track of what he was actually doing. So this is the business end of the collar, and the GPS unit, which is remarkably small, and a great piece of design and engineering. Here in the center is a LED light that, if you press the lost dog feature, will flash red, which will tell anybody else that comes across him that he is lost, and it will also inform anybody else in the area that has one of these that there is a lost dog in their vicinity and to keep an eye out. It will also flash various colours if you're going out at night, just as a warning thing. But with this guy, who has long hair, it's not just as effective as with a short-haired dog because it gets covered up. Now, there are good points and bad points about this. As I say, it's a remarkable piece of engineering. We have had it on him when he's been swimming, so we know it's completely waterproof, which was a very important consideration around here, and we've had no problems on that resort. But coming to the actual mechanics of the thing, they do advertise that you can find your dog anywhere in the United States where there is cell service. That's not exactly true. The device works off tracking GPS coordinates and the AT&T network. Firstly, the GPS unit picks up, when it's on normal function, about every 5 to 15 minutes. So depending on how fast you're walking, it will follow you at random spots around your route. So it will show where you have walked in straight lines when you may have gone round an obstruction or a building or whatever. So it doesn't give you a precise track of where you've gone, it gives you a smoothed out average. Now, if you turn the lost dog feature on, then it'll increase that to once a minute, which gives you many more data points, but it also uses more battery. But one would hope that before the battery was exhausted, you would have found your dog. The battery actually is very good. We've never come close to depleting it yet. We do charge it every night, but it doesn't seem to use up very much power at all. So that's another excellent point, and seems to be much better than a lot of the other products on the market. As regards the AT&T coverage, which is the main device you need to keep contact between your cell phone and the pooch and the collar, it won't work if you lose coverage. Now, if you look at the ATN coverage map for Northern Arizona, it shows a broad swath that most areas are covered, but the kind of terrain that we have here and the kind of fauna and flora, should I say, the coverage is spotty once you get away from main places where people are, and you might lose coverage altogether, or you might get it in spots. So when you're out there, it's you have to be aware that you may not have coverage. You can test the LTE GPS coverage, but this is only works. It seems to only work when the collar is connected to a GPS signal and the cell phone, which, as I explained earlier, only happens every 5 or 15 minutes when you're on normal function. So that is a bit hit and miss trying to get that to work, that testing to work well. When you're in an area of coverage, then you really have a real-time indication of where you are and where the dog is, which is very handy. So I would say that this is not perfect, but it's much better than the other products on the market. We all get used to the idea of having James Bond-like gadgets that can do everything. I don't think in reality we're there yet. But I am much more comfortable taking our dog out with this on, because it does give us that extra cocoon of security and safety for our dog. And I would recommend that if you do get one, then you also take out the subscription, which is $100 a year, so that you have the coverage away from your base station in the house. So if you don't have it, it's really only good for tracking the dog if he escapes from home. So if you want to set up new safe areas, which you can do anywhere, or just track it out, then you'll need the subscription. The collars come in different colours. We've got the yellow one just because you can see easily, but there isn't a huge amount of choice on that way of things. We use a harness with our dog when we're out walking him on the lead, because we don't want to break this part, and it also gives us more control. But I'm sure for most dogs it's fine just to use the collar on its own. The other fun feature is that it does track his steps, whether or not he's in contact with any base station or signal or GPS station. It just does it by his movements, and then it gives you a fun ranking of all dogs that have these things, his breed, Australian Shepherds, and of Arizona. It's good for a bit of fun, and just to keep interested and see how we humans are doing as well when we go with them. Otherwise, I would say that I would recommend this product, especially if you have a dog that is out a lot and you feel more comfortable having something to keep track of him. So I hope you found this interesting and helpful, and we'll see you next time. Bye, folks.